Hello, everybody, and welcome to Man City Fan TV with Ross for Friday Night Social. Don't adjust your sets; it is just me tonight. So hoping to get a lot of you subscribers on here to comment and have some fun and talk City chat. I'm really hoping that I don't have a Wayne's World moment for anyone who's seen Wayne's World and just become Garth, because I suppose Wayne, who is Andy, can't make tonight, but we wanted to bring you some content, have a little discussion with fans, talk about the obviously big game this weekend coming up away at Anfield. So we'll have a bit of a Liverpool versus City preview. We'll do the team predictions, and we'll just have a general chat. So as well, bit of a new thing, but we'll try and do a bit of a combined 11. So I've pulled mine together, and then it'll be really interesting to see you guys in the comments and who you would pick as a combined 11. Pretty difficult because there's a lot of good players in there. But yeah, anyway, give it a thumbs up, smash that like button and subscribe, and very welcome to everyone who's on. So let's have a look at who's on tonight. Roman, let's go City, definitely. Hello, Roman. Tyrone, hello. FNS, baby. Lots of emojis. As you know, I love an emoji and a hashtag, so keep that going. Danny, evening, everyone. Evening, mate. Hope you're well. Tyrone, sup, Ross. Pretty cool, that Tyrone. Probably too cool for me. So how you doing, mate? Sean, how you doing, mate? Yeah, really well, mate. Still in lockdown, but really well. Mark, evening. Evening, Ross. We are winning at Anfield on Sunday. That is what I like in Dranil. That is what I like. Bit of a jump there. Big Robbo with a thumbs up. That's pretty good for Robbo, being not just live on YouTube. Some big blue that probably going watching Rochdale as well this weekend at some point. But for him to be on social, YouTube, and using emojis, that's a big achievement. So well done, Robbo. So we'll get into it. So Liverpool, not great for City in the Premier League years, certainly. Obviously, last year we had a great performance last year and a great win. But we have heard a lot of Liverpool fans saying that was just because there was no fans in there. And to be honest, I'm sure that did make a difference. But we had a great performance last year. And for me, Foden that night really shown us what he can do. But if you look at the head-to-head with Liverpool at Anfield in the Premier League years, there's been 24 games. Liverpool have actually won 16. There's been 6 draws, and City have won twice. So when we won last season, that was the first season we'd actually won a game at Anfield since 2003. So you can tell that's the sort of record we've got there at Anfield. But can we do it? I think we can. Obviously, it's a top of the table clash. Both clubs having played the same amount of games. Both have won 4. Liverpool have drawn 2, lost none, scored 15, conceded 4, with a goal difference of 11, giving them 14 points. And at the moment, they're sitting top of the league. However, it is early days. City, on the other hand, as I'm probably sure that you all know, won 4, drawn 1, lost 1, 12 goals. Pretty good considering we don't score goals if you listen to the media. And also 1 goal conceded. So again, pretty good considering we've got a really, really shaky defence according to the media. So same goal difference and behind at the top of the league in second place with 13 points. City come into the game with 5 successive Premier League clean sheets, which is great. As I said, last season was our first win since 2003, the game in February. Paul Tierney will be reffing this one. I don't pay much attention to the referees, really. I think that is a place a little bit like the Swamp, that if you go there, you know, things happen against. But, you know, let's face it, once you're riding high at the top of the league, you do seem to get the rub of those decisions. And I am one who thinks they do generally work themselves out during the season. So looking at the actual teams, Foden, KDB, and Rodri, who earlier before the PSG game were supposed slight doubts. They're all fit. With regards to Liverpool, and I thought it was just interesting to share that with you guys. Main injury doubt for them is Trent Alexander-Arnold, so he could again miss out the game. We already know that Thiago is going to be out, and obviously Harvey Elliott after that really horrific injury early in the season. So nothing we like to see any player from any team get. So hope he recovers pretty quickly, and we'll go from there. So if we look at lineups, what does that mean? Well, for me, I think Liverpool will be pretty similar to what they lined up. So I am just going to concentrate a minute on the Liverpool lineup. It'd be great to see in the comments if you guys agree or not with that. But let me know. So I think it's pretty picks itself really. As you get a bit more up the field, it's a little bit harder, but I really don't think they have got that strength in depth that we have. But anyway, I'll give it a shot. I can never pick the City team, as you know, so I'm actually putting my head on the line here and seeing if I can pick two teams, one of which I don't even support. So let's go for it. So I think Alisson will line up in net. I think the back four. I actually think Milner will be right back, Matip and Virgil van Dijk at centre half with Robertson at left back. I've gone with Henderson, Fabinho and Jones across the middle with Salah, Jota and Mane. So yeah, what do we think? So Tyrone, not that hard to guess the Liverpool lineup, mate. If you've watched some of the previous streams, you'll know that for me it is pretty hard. I don't think I've ever picked a lineup of City or another team, to be fair. So yeah, there you go. Hello, everybody. Good luck to Ross for his. Thanks, Andy, mate. Going well so far. I've managed to log on and I'm talking, so I'll take that one. So onto the City team. What do we think there? Well, as I said, no real injury concerns. A bit of an embarrassment of riches, really, for City. And I think I'm pretty confident that it will go, the same as last week, really, or very, very similar. So I've gone with Henderson in goal, Walker at right back, Diaz, Laporte in the centre with Cancelo at left back, KDB, Rodri and Silva across the middle with Jesus, Foden and Grealish as the top three. So let me know what you think, and we'll put that on. So let's see. Oh, Wi-Fi not the best, but the views are amazing. Thanks, Andy. I'm not sure. Yeah, apologies. Keep letting me know, guys, if we're having problems here. I have got everything else shut off in the house. Internet in Australia, believe it or not, is not very good at all. I'm not sure why that is. So let's have a look. Sean, you give us yours. So Edison, Diaz, Laporte, Walker, KDB, Rodri, Grealish, Jesus, Bernardo. So I think you're pretty much the same team as me, Sean. So I'm gonna take that. So it's all good. His Wi-Fi, not mine. So we're all good, guys. So yeah, that was the team selection. With regards to predictions, I mean, there's quite a lot of players missed out there. We know that Zinke is obviously carrying an injury, so I think that's why I've put Cancelo in at left back. Gundogan actually is potentially out with an injury as well, so I know I said a bit of an embarrassment of riches, but still with those two players, that the squad that we've got to pick from is absolutely unbelievable. So I know we had the England announcement during the week, and again, John Stones has been selected, and rightly so, in my opinion. It's going to be really interesting when Stones comes back into the City team. And I did contemplate, thinking this might be the game that Stones actually comes back. But I think he might just stick with that back four that's a bit ground in now from the last few games. But guys, who knows? Pep does strange things, as we all know. Another potential for this game, and again, they're all potentials, and we're just having guesses really. But Fernandinho, is he going to go for a bit of experience? I think one thing for sure is if Milner plays right back, he's going to have an absolutely great game, because that is what always happens to City. Former players play absolutely out the skin. He's not playing in his normal position, but we all know from Milner he's going to give 100%, and he's not going to back down. It doesn't matter for Milner where he plays; he's happy to play. It's a bit like a kid, really. He just wants to be on the pitch, and I think that's what Klopp knows. Klopp knows out of all those players, Milner's the one he can probably depend on to play anywhere. So that's really interesting. So let's jump back into the comments. Dudley, I think you've nailed it. Thanks, mate. Scores. So Man City till I die, I'd take a draw. I'm with you. Man City till I die. I think I'd take a draw as well. That would be a really good result. I mean, you used to say, win your home games, draw away from home, and that gets you in with a shout of the league. I think when you're playing that top six, drawing away from home is really, really important. Danny, to me, hey mate, 3-2 City. Andy's away on holiday, guys, but obviously still tuning in and commenting with you guys, so feel free to have a chat with him on there. Mingy Wong, hello. I'm going for a ball 1-1 draw. Yeah, interesting. Tyrone, yeah, Milner probably better defensively than Trent Alexander right back. That's a really, really good point. I think, as we know, as football's developed over the last 5-10 years, defending has become more of an art. So when you do get a good defender like a Diaz or a Virgil van Dijk, who a lot of the time does the easy but effective thing, I think you notice it more because defensive players are just not around. And a great example, without getting on the guy's back, is Cancelo. Cancelo is an absolutely amazing footballer, like blessed with skill. First touch is great. At times his crossing and passing and putting the ball in the box is unbelievable. But would any of us say he's a great defender? And in reality, he is a right back. But that's the way the game's progressed. It's more about attacking. Can a defender actually create chances? And that's where I think we're really blessed with Kyle Walker, because I think he's got that element to his game. Okay, his final ball might sometimes not be as good as a Trent Alexander-Arnold or a Cancelo, but I think he makes up for that with his defensive work, because he is a right back, but he's got electrifying pace. He gets up and down the pitch, and unbelievable. Big fan, as I've said on the channel, of Walker. So really good point, Tyrone. I think it upsets me. I think Milner probably could have got a little bit more time at City, but he wanted to go. Good luck on him. But I think he's one of those players, like I said, whoever he plays for, he's got to give 100%. I've seen him playing for years. The last few games I've seen him play. So anyway, and Tyrone, you think it's going to be a tough 2-1 City? Andy's going for 2-2 as well. Sean's gone for Alisson, Van Dijk, Konate, Milner, Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho, Jones, Mane, Salah, Firmino. He thinks that's a team. I think he's a pretty good shout, mate. Hassan Dane, good evening. I think it will be a Liverpool win. I'm not confident on winning, but a draw will be good. Mate, I totally get where you're coming from. I can't remember me ever going into a game at Anfield thinking 100% confident. I think as a Blue, we always go, yeah, City are going to win. And my prediction, I think there's going to be goals. And it's one of those, there's going to be goals in this game, just on the two teams, but also the defenses are exceptional as well. So it's like, is it going to be one of those, like Mingy said, a bore draw? I can't see it being 0-0. I'll put that out there. It probably will be 0-0 now. But I'm going to go, we've had a few the same, so I'll be a bit different. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go 3-1 City. How about that one? Sean's gone for 2-1 late win. I'm not sure I could handle that. Our clocks go forward this weekend for spring. Obviously, we're in the future, guys. So the game in Australia, I think, it's 2:30 in the morning, Monday morning. So that's great before work. But I will be getting up to watch it. Tyrone, I think he's good 1v1, but it's the fact that he gets caught out most times. On the left, Cancelo is only good on the ball, but on the right, I think he's amazing going forward and decent defensively. Mate, I think that's a pretty good summary, mate. I just get a little bit frustrated with him. He scores a great goal the other week, and then it feels like for me every time then he gets in a position similar, he's going to have a shot. Now, do we shoot enough as a team? Probably not, but I'd like to see the likes of KDB, Sterling, Silva, Jesus. No, it should be them getting some more shots off. We're counting on a guy there to just get shots off, and some of them are terrible. And then sometimes he gives the ball away so easily. He can do an amazing bit of skill, tricks and flicks, and then a 5-yard ball he gives away to the opposition. And for me, then I just don't think he gets back quick enough. There was some times in the last few games where he did that, but hey, this is how crazy it is being a Blue compared to past years. He's unbelievable and probably one of the best fullbacks we've ever had. That's how crazy it is. And I know there's some rubbish we've had as well, but we start slagging these players off. But they're great. And left backs are hard to come by, and he's becoming one of the best left backs in the league, despite him not being great defensively, in my opinion. So is he a left back? No. So probably some of those things I've said he struggles at when he plays right back, he doesn't do as often, because he does cut in and come on his right, which, as anyone who's ever played football, if you've not got 2 feet, then the other one's just for standing on. So you can't really have a go at the lad for that. And I think he does well. Let's jump in to some of the comments. Man City till I die. Hello. We need to stop them playing the long balls to the wingers. Yeah, I mean, I think with Trent Alexander-Arnold out of the team, that's one of the players who does like to switch it. So, yeah, I agree. And they do like to ping it around. Ahmed, you're going for 3-0. You've put the 3 first. Is that for Liverpool, Ahmed? Let us know. If it is, more than entitled to your opinion. Dudley, you're going for a close 1-0 or 2-1. And I'm assuming, guys, any of these will be City scores unless you let me know. Hassan Din, I win will be fab, but our players need to, I think, our win will be fab, but our players need to switch on. It'll be tough because we are going to be in front of 50,000 plus Liverpool fans. Mate, yeah, it's going to be tough. Sean, Sancho and Grealish to have better seasons next year. Wow, Sean, mate, that's a pretty harsh critic there. I mean, for, if you look at it, what have we played in the league? Seven games. We're already thinking about. I mean, I know I don't watch United, if I'm being really honest, guys. I don't watch any of the games other than when they play us. I just got no interest. I see the goals if I'm watching some sort of highlights for the league, but I just don't watch them. So I don't even know when the guys started, how he's played. So I'll take it from you. I've heard in the media that he's not had a good start. But with regards to Grealish, I actually think his start has been pretty good. Last couple of games, he's tired and got frustrated. But again, I think he's a player who thrives off having someone up top as well, like a Sterling. So yeah, I don't think I agree. Obviously, players always get better as the time goes. But right now, I think Grealish has had a decent start. I mean, Pep obviously thinks he has, because I think he started every game apart from the cup. Might be wrong, but yeah, who knows? Andy, please give a thumbs up. Yeah, please give a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe, like, and comment. Obviously, for viewers or subscribers who are not watching this live, hello. If it's before the game, hope you enjoy it. If it's after the game, hope we've won. So there you go. Man City till I die. Sterling needs his confidence back. Yeah, it's starting. I think when I've been on the channel, and Andy as well, actually, big Sterling supporters and fans. But yeah, this season when he has played, and let's face it, he's not started a lot of games, but when he has played, he does look to be lacking a little bit of confidence. It is a little bit concerning. You know, we spoke about it a little bit on the channel last week, and it's the same as any job. If the rumours are true that the club were looking to offload him in the summer to get some money, then you know, maybe that's weighing on his mind. Maybe he's just still burnt out from all the football he's played over the last few years, and then he had a good Euros, played every game. But yeah, I think he just needs a few goals. But again, like I said, he really benefits from having that player up top. If you look at the seasons where he scored a lot of goals and had a lot of assists, there has been a focal point. He did all right last year. Like I say, I think he scored 10 last year, but his assists were down. But yeah, I just think he is one of those players. And I know, this is me now. Yeah, Ross is bringing up City haven't got a centre forward, but we haven't. And these are the conversations they're going to have. Pep's going to get it in every press conference. People are going to say it every time we don't take a chance or we don't win a game. People are going to say it like myself when we start talking about other players. And players not playing well, you know, people are going to say it. So, yeah, I agree. Definitely lacking confidence. Ahmed, well done, mate. That is good. I'm glad you're on. So I think it was a 3-0 off the top of my head. So yeah, we'll go with that. Hassan Din, come on, City. Lots of blue love hearts. I love that emoji. Definitely not the red one. Tyrone, yeah, that's the thing. He doesn't get back quick enough because he's more forward thinking. But when you watch him on the right, when a player faces him up, most times he wins the ball clean. So yeah, so that's Tyrone talking about Cancelo there. Tyrone, some great comments, mate. I totally agree with pretty much everything you're saying. I'm at Liverpool 0, City 3. Yeah, just confirming it in writing so everyone can see it on the screen. I think I went for a 3-1 just because 2-1 was what I was going to go for, but quite a few people. And Ahmed, wow, I wish I had your confidence, mate, definitely. Sean, we usually miss pens a lot at Anfield, so if we get penalties, who takes it? Mate, that's a really, really good question. Wow. Who takes our penalties at the moment? I think, well, the last one we had was Mahrez, right? And that was a great pen. We've got KDB. I think he may have missed his last one, but then there's going to be the Edison debate. Should Edison have one? I would really like to see, and this is just a personal one, Diaz start taking penalties. Just always remember, you know, people like Keith Curl, captain, takes the penalties, centre half. I think we've got a lot of players who can actually take them. And let's face it, we're going to miss some guys. And now keepers are more, you know, they seem more agile. They move around a bit. I know they've got to stay on the line, but we do see, it'd be really interesting, actually. Maybe that's something I'll have a look at and go back. How many penalties in, you know, recent times, maybe the Premier League era or last 5 years, how many penalties have been missed versus like 50 years ago, if they're on record, just to see how the game with keepers and things has changed. It probably, maybe I'll look at that and put it in the community chat, or I'll bring it to you on one of the streams. Let's see what you guys think. So Andy, KDB, penalties for me. Sterling needs a fresh cut to be good. Mate, it happened last year, didn't it? Haircuts. It's all about haircuts. All about haircuts. Danny, we had Liverpool and Chelsea winning the Champions League. Is it our turn next time? Wow. Let's come back to that, Danny. I'll just see what people think about the penalties, but definitely a good question, and I'll jump back. Let's have a look at the other comments. Evening, Everton fan. Big step today with the filling in of the Bramley Moor dot. Can't wait to see. Yeah, hey Stephen. Obviously more than welcome. Yeah, it is a big step. Personally, Goodison Park's a ground I used to enjoy going to when I was back in the UK. Didn't really miss the away games there, but yeah, it's had its day, hasn't it? I think football needs to move on. Definitely in the away end. If you got a ticket, sort of back end of that bottom tier, it was a struggle to see some of the pitch. But yeah, mate, it's always exciting. Everyone's always got the memories, and people will say the atmosphere is not as good. But I think if the pitches are to be what it seemed, the ground seems to be pretty close to the pitch. I think so you will have that sort of bowl mentality. I think it's going to help you though with attracting players. Got to bring safety into the game now as well. Newer grounds are super safe. They're a nightmare to get away from sometimes. But yeah, a lot of that goes into facilities for players, facilities for the fans. I think it attracts a different fan as well. It's we all grew up where it didn't really matter, but there's different fans now who want different things of experience in a football club, and that is what the clubs look at. So yeah, mate, and be interesting to see what you think, mate, on your prediction for this weekend's game, the City line up against your foes. Hassan Din. So back to the penalty question, guys. 5 best penalty takes for City. He's gone with Mahrez, De Bruyne, Zinke, Ederson, and Foden. Yeah, pretty happy with all those. Let's see any more on. Got a lot of comments, guys. Now quite a few people on. Be great to get you liking and subscribing. So let's just ask. Let's just go back to Danny's question about the Champions League, mate. It's a cup competition. It's luck of the draw. I'm not sure if it's our turn next. I think we've got to improve. We got to the final last year, so you one game away. Who knows, mate? There's some really good sides in that this year. Have we got a chance? Definitely. If we do silly things with the lineup, then it's not going to happen. But there we go. That's my take on it, mate. Let's just go back to your comments, see who's on. Man City till I die. Would you take Aguero back? Oh, my heart says I would, but my head says no. I think there's more behind it. He got injured straight away. Right now, though, crying out for a centre forward. The player I would have took back, if you're asking me, during the summer, he was available, is Zeko. I would have given Zeko a 1-year deal, especially not having a centre forward. I think with our team and more, I don't get it, but with this year, we've put more crosses into the ball and into the box than I can remember. And yeah, I think he'd be having a field day. So that's the one player I would bring back. Till I die again. In his opinion, or her opinion, Mahrez should be benched. All he does is run into players. Tyrone Mahrez, I assume that's about the penalties. Neil, we don't have a striker, but it could be worse. We could have spent close to 100 million on Lukaku and had one shot on target in 2 matches. Mate, yeah, I mean, he's a big lump, and he's been around, and I think he will score goals. But like you say, against good defence, got to be disappointed with his showing against. If you're a Chelsea fan or Tuchel or the board who's put that money in, and it is early days, but yeah, he was poor, wasn't he, against City? I can't remember him really causing much problems, and for the size of the guy he is and the strength he's got on pace, I think Diaz just let him out of his pocket yesterday. So yeah, really, really interesting. Stephen could go top with a win over United, mate. I'll take that. If you're top of the league this weekend, but hopefully we are, mate, and you're second. Gundo can take penalties, but I think he's out this week. Bit of an injury. David, good evening, Blues. Hey, David. Nice to have you on, mate. Ramos was a penalty taker for Real Madrid. Yeah, he was, Sean. Unfortunately, he's not going to be for us, though. But yeah, he was a penalty taker. But I think that's back to my comments about centre halves and captains taking pens. He had a really good record, I think, Ramos, off the top of my head. I don't think he. In fact, for a defender, if you look back, I think he's got a great record at goal scoring. To be fair, so Ahmed has gone for Edison. There's a lot of people want to see that. Sami Mahrez will join PSG in January, leaving Mbappe to Real. I would like to see Mbappe come to City, mate, if that was the story. But, I mean, I hope they're going to get the money out. I don't think City will let anyone go in January, personal opinion, unless we're bringing someone in. I'm not sure he's going to want to let an attacking player move again when we've got no striker. But Tyrone, did you watch the PSG? And if so, what are your thoughts? Because personally, I think we played them. Yeah, mate, there is. I did a quick review and apologies. There's a couple of player ratings missing due to technical difficulties on my part. But yeah, I've done a bit of a review on Thursday. So jump in in the Man City Fan TV. I think it'll be before Tom's Thursday night. You can see what I thought and what Stuart Brennan from the Manchester Evening News thought. I thought we did all right, to be honest. I know everyone's saying we played well. I was a little bit disappointed. I thought players didn't turn up, but like I say, jump on, have a look, comment, see what you know, see what you think. Jean Cartier, great to have you on. Liverpool may drop a couple of points when the African tour. That's a really good point. Yeah, it could be the case. We've got a couple of big players in there, and we all know who the main one is. It's going to be interesting to see how many players actually go to that with the pandemic, etc. Tamaluron, we might draw right on the fence there, right on the fence. Brian, how you doing, mate? So Sterling technique and touch is poor. So probably going back to the discussion we were having earlier about that. Tyrone, don't worry, I'll watch it. Here we go. Here's my stat man. 30 out of 34 pens for Ramos. So would we take that? I think that's what clubs were looking at Ramos during the summer. He does bring a lot. He's got experience. I think he's one of those niggly players. He gets away with a lot with referees, I think, because of his experience and who he is. But I think he went for the money, right, for a last hurrah. Be interesting to see who takes the penalties for PSG. Sorry, guys, just wetting the whistle there. No breaks. So, yeah, that's what he definitely brings. Sean, I would really like Fati from Barcelona as City and Sterling's replacement if he does leave. Yeah, man, I'm not sure. He looks all right, what I've seen of him. But it's really hard to say, isn't it? That the La Liga, Serie A, they're different leagues, and I think you've got to be that player who's really, really tall. And this is the thing, like, we talked about Lukaku earlier on. Everyone was saying, he'll smash it. And he might prove us wrong, but, I mean, if he plays anything like he did last week, he's going to be like he was in the Premier League. So maybe that's why a lot of clubs didn't go for him. Maybe that's the reason why City didn't go for him. Anyway, guys, let's move on. I actually, and apologies, I've not got time to put the thumbnail up, so I'll just take you through it and then maybe you guys can comment. Bit of a talking topic. For me, the two best sides in the Premier League over the last 4 to 5 years have been Liverpool and City. And that means that it's quite interesting to then, based on the current squad and current form, if you like, I've thrown that into the mix. We will have a look at what our best 11 is from those two teams, and I'll let you have mine. So at the back, I had Edison. I'll put this in the chat for you as well. My back four was Walker. No surprises there from me. Diaz, Virgil van Dijk, and Robertson. So I will I will start with the back. So I'll just put it up on the screen there. That is my keeper and back four. So I've gone with Edison over Alisson. I've got, for me, Walker all day long. Diaz, Virgil van Dijk, and Robertson. So what do you think about that? And obviously, guys, it's hard. If I was on the fence and it was 50-50, which, to be fair, you could be with the keepers, I suppose, is one there. I've gone City. So no disguising what I've done there. That is exactly what I've done. If I'm on the fence, I've gone with the City player. Let's see what they say. Tyrone, Alisson over Eddie. Yeah, agree, but Alisson for Eddie. So yeah, just let me know, guys. Bit of fun. One for the community chat, or one to keep discussing on here. So let's go to the middle three. So I've gone Werner in that holding, and I've actually gone for like a 4. So my formation is a 4-4-2 diamond. So Werner holding. I've gone Foden, KDB, and Grealish. There you go. So that's my 4. Let's see what some of you guys, David, Edison, Walker, Cancelo, Diaz, Lippon. Nice, mate. So you've just gone the whole City back 4. Charlie, champions of England. Yes, we are, mate. Good evening from Tenerife. Charlie, you're having a great time, mate. I wish I was in Tenerife. Hope you found somewhere to watch the game if you're not back in time. But yeah, great to have you on, mate. We're just talking about our combined 11s from City and Liverpool, if you've missed it previously in the chat. David has gone with Rodri, Foden, and De Bruyne. So David's going for a 4-3-3 traditional, which we normally do on the channel. I just changed it up because I wanted to get those 4 midfielders in, if I'm being honest. Sean, Edison, Walker, Diaz, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fernandinho, Bernardo, Milner, Mane, Jesus, and Salah. So Sean, you've gone for Milner there. Interesting. I mean, he definitely gives you something, mate. I'll give you guys my forward 2, and I don't think there's any surprises here, guys. I don't think you can go past these 2 for me. If you're picking a combined 11 at the moment, and that is Mane and Salah. So yeah, that'd be my. So just to recap, my full team combined 11 is Edison, Walker right back, Diaz and Van Dijk at centre half, Robertson at left back, a midfield 4 of Fernandinho holding, Foden, De Bruyne, Grealish, with Mane and Salah up front. So David, Tyrone, has gone with Werner, KDB, and Bernardo. Sean, KDB in, Milner out. Sorry, yeah, mate, that was he left KDB out for Milner. It was interesting. I didn't want to do it, but you come forward and owned it, so that's well done. Front 3 of Grealish, Salah, and Mane. Yeah, mate, that's I can't argue with that. I think what it did do was an interesting exercise for me. And maybe it's something I'll do as we go through the season with other players, because I think, as you play other teams, there's probably not as many players. I think the top 4 sides are going to be the ones where you would take players on in the City team. Left backs, one for me, it was a no-brainer putting Robertson in there. Let's have a look what Tyrone said. Mane, Torres, Salah. Yeah, I mean, the one thing when you do pick a team combined with 2 teams who've got pretty good players across the squad, you can make an argument for any of those teams. So, yeah, that's it. So guys, as I said, pretty bit of a brief one tonight, bit of a team prediction, looking at a combined 11 and then some score predictions. For me, really, very nervous about this weekend, excited and nervous at the same time. I think it'll be a great game of football. I think it's two good teams. My only fear is, they cancel each other out, but I think there will be goals, and we'll go from there. But really, guys, I'm going to leave you there. Coming up to 11 o'clock in the UK, and it's very early morning over in Australia. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We will try and get you some more content out there. Friday Night Social is something we love to do, whether it's 1, 2, or 3 people on here. Please like, subscribe, share. Again, if you are watching not live, I hope you had a good watch. Enjoy the game. And we will see you very, very soon. Stay safe out there, Blues. Remember, let's get behind the lads. Let's try and enjoy it. And these are the games which we always wanted to be in, to be up there challenging. Let's hope we get 3 points and that we are top of the league by this time when we do a next Friday Night Social. So I've been Ross on Man City Fan TV. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon.